your man Mark Bunn can't do shit about it. I can't remember, what was the second goal?
The cross, the free kick.
The free kick, that was good. That was unlucky, I suppose, for Villa. I mean, same thing happened to De Gea. Obviously not as good because the free kick didn't bounce off the ground.
Yeah.
But it was a well hit free kick, and I like, James Milner scored. He scored against Norwich as well. So that was a good crack. And then they just imploded for about 10 minutes in Villa.
It was about 10 minutes we won for 2-0.
It was, yeah.
5-0. Yeah,
I think I went over.
You're crap on Colas Torres.
I
mean, the Liverpool did a good result, and they were in charge for the whole game. But by God,
didn't play well.
How much of that is down to that team being so bad?
Yeah,
like probably arguably one of the worst teams I ever played.
Carragher said it is the worst, and I was like, oh, they couldn't be the worst because you think the worst, like that's
Derby.
But then you're like, there was like, well, why can't they be the worst? There's won 3 games, and it amazes me to think that they won those 3 games.
Yeah,
and Lescott scored the winner in 2 of those.
Yeah,
Lescott.
And one
how
was on the first
to
day.
Get the first win?
Well, it was the first.
Oh God, yeah.
Against Bournemouth.
I was thinking of Newcastle.
Bournemouth, but that was a new team coming up playing type of football, and Gusted scored.
Gusted, yeah.
So you're like, right, fair enough. And then that huge run, then obviously. But you hired Tim Sherwood.
What's the form at the moment? Like, it's just lost.
I think they won 2 before.
Where are we? Where?
Holy crap, they're not even that bad.
They're actually not.
They're 11th in the form table.
Win, draw, loss, win, draw, loss.
But that's like this before this game.
They
that
got
was
the
their
same
good
amount
form.
of points as United in the last 6 games. God, that's terrible.
There you go.
Yeah, this says more about you, doesn't it?
Yeah,
I just it was really great as a Liverpool fan just to be so in charge, and it wasn't like we went up 6-0 up. We could have just done nothing then, and they still wouldn't have done anything. I mean, they had a bit like a 10-minute spell where it looked like they might score, but that doesn't mean anything. People score against us all the fucking time. We used to at this stage, so it was just a great result for Liverpool, and I think we played really well, and it was great seeing Sturridge, Coutinho, Firmino all playing together, because I think if we can keep Sturridge fit, which is probably the most said thing any Liverpool fan has ever said in the history of Liverpool. If we can keep Sturridge fit, then we can go on.
Like Coutinho's been out with injury as well, so if you have both of them playing, like I'm not even gonna lie, as a United man myself, they were both of them. And Coutinho is like, he's on a border of like, if like in a couple of years he could be world class. Like that's what
I'm afraid of. He'll go to Real Madrid or something.
There's no doubt about that Coutinho could be world class. And then Sturridge is great. Like, I'm not gonna lie, he's a great player, but he just gets injured away.
But the thing is with Sturridge, right? He'll be injured, and he'll be injured for fucking ages. But as soon as he comes back, it's like he didn't miss a beat. I mean, look at that. 15 minutes into the game, he scores, plays really well, and he got taken off after about an hour because he just came back from injury, and he's injured every 15 minutes. And then Origi comes on. He's been just back from injury. He scores as well, which is really great.
Origi, he's great. He's great
because he actually had a really good run of form right before he got injured, because he'd scored a hat-trick against Southampton, and they had a couple of runs in the first team, and he'd done well, and he played really well one match. I can't remember what match it was, and he'd done really well up front, and then he got taken off because he was injured after about half an hour. And then we lost that match or something, because we lose all the matches. But yeah, it's just great having them back. And then we got Benteke, who just happens to be there.
32 million.
He great at Villa though.
He was great at Villa.
Yeah, but the Villa goal didn't really replace him.
No.
You can't take that.
Trying Gusted.
The amount of goals that kept him up last year. If you take Benteke out of the team last year, they would have been relegated.
Although I kind of get why Liverpool bought him, because he seemed like a completely different player when he was at Villa.
You can see why they bought him.
He was like a fast, tall, strong striker who had a good shot on him. But since he's played for Liverpool, he's just been a big, tall look.
I always knew it. I didn't think he suited Liverpool at all. No. I just didn't think. I knew it. When they bought him, I was just like, he's not.
It's like if you want to play that passive football, then you don't play with a striker.
Yeah, you know.
But it was weird because Brendan Rodgers came in, and as soon as he came in, everyone thought he's getting rid of Carroll, like no problem. He's just Carroll is gone. He's fucking Carroll out here, and he did that straight away. And it's like, okay, good, because he knows Carroll's not the kind of player he needs. And then he goes out and he buys one. He buys him with the fucking Andy Carroll. Not as bad as him, obviously. He's a bit faster and he's a bit stronger, and he's more form, so he's better. but like,
he
spends 32 million on it. He looks so foreign.
So
Do you play for Leicester? Because he looks so foreign. not Jamie Vardy.
Not Jamie.
Yeah, I want him gone. I heard that Balotelli has played his last game for AC Milan.
I saw that as well.
Which means, but he's also played his last game for Liverpool, so don't get any fucking ideas, board of Liverpool.
They probably got to China or something.
I hope he does. I hope he fucks up. I hope he plays in fucking Guatemala. I don't give a shit where he plays. Balotelli, I could go on and on about Balotelli because he's the biggest, stupidest, fucking wanky haired cunt I've ever seen.
He's actually not a bad player, but
no, he's not a bad player until he plays for Liverpool, and he's the fucking worst player you've ever seen in your life.
And it's attitude problems.
It's the attitude problem. It's the huge.
That's the worst thing. Like Benteke doesn't have an attitude problem. He's just shit. I could take that. I could take a shit player.
He's not shit. He's just not a Liverpool player.
He's not a Liverpool player.
He's just not a Liverpool
He's shit at the moment. I can take a shit player, fine, but I can't take a shit player going, well, why aren't you playing better for me? It's your problem. I'm not the problem here. I'm Balotelli. I'm the best thing in the world. It's your fucking problem that I'm not playing well. Go fuck yourself, Balotelli. Get a fucking haircut. I know it's ironic of me to talk, but you've got a fucking it looks like someone tried to skate across your fucking forehead with their car.
I've seen Pogba's in her hairstyle.
I don't give a shit. Pogba plays well. Pogba plays so well.
Yeah, Pogba's
that he could take a shit on his head. People wouldn't give a shit.
Yeah, we're going to do another spin-off called the hairdresser thing.
Don't get me started on hair.
But Villa, I mean, why would you sell someone like that and not really replace them?
That you need.
And the January window was, they didn't buy anyone. It's like, do you know TV deals alone, it's worth, what, £220 billion to be in the Premier League next year?
I heard something ridiculous, like it's a £5.5 billion coming to the Premier League next year. Now that's not per club, I think it's just overall.
But like say, just TV deals alone, 220 million, and you've got, like, it's well documented, teams charging lots of money for tickets. So why wouldn't you spend like 50-60 million pounds to stay up?
Oh yeah, the Liverpool thing, they
scrapped it.
They doubled the prices, but now there's a price cap where prices won't go over £59, which is still
That's still too much.
That's still too much.
Yeah. As Alan Shearer said,
but like me and Tyrell, we go cinema a lot, and we pay like a tenner per ticket.
Yeah,
that's what the Premier League should be.
Yeah, it should be.
The Premier League should be like it's a Sunday like.
It's just a game of football. It's a game of football.
It's an hour and a half of football and if it's Liverpool, like.
Yeah, it's a good chance you're not going to win. Yeah,
exactly. You're going to be disappointed, pretty much.
Yeah.
So you should
paying like £50 to go see your team.
At most, the most you should pay for a football ticket. Now this is me talking because we live in Ireland, where tickets here, like, I mean, not only like for the shit Ireland League, but like I think I've gone to like GA matches in Croke Park, not like Dublin pay the other time. GA matches like big, like I think I went to the quarters of the All Ireland, and that was like a £5 ticket.
Yeah,
and now obviously the stadium's not packed for that, but I mean, there's people going to the Etihad paying £80, and there's no one there.
The thing about the Gaelic is that it's not really a profitable organisation. That's just an organisation for people who play because they love.
They love it.
Which is just not the same for football.
Like the Gaelic player play the game because they love it. They don't get paid to play Gaelic.
But the thing about the soccer tickets is when because you're getting this huge TV deal money, you would think we can lower the ticket prices now.
Yeah,
let's reward fans for loyalty, especially for most of the teams this year. Yeah. It's very difficult to stay loyal to those.
But I mean, if you look at a season ticket for Barcelona or for Bayern is almost as expensive as a ticket for a Liverpool game.
That's crazy.
I saw that it's like
£100 you can get a season ticket.
It's 77 for a season ticket for Barcelona, and it's 104 for a season ticket for Bayern, and it's 77 for a single ticket.
I'd pay €77 or pounds to watch Barcelona play once.
Yeah.
There in Nou Camp. But even if they don't win, like that's an education.
Neymar, you've seen Neymar play. You've seen Suarez,
Liverpool,
Iniesta.
You're watching a team that could play amputated football and might win. You're paying 77.
You're paying £77 to go see Jordan Henderson and James Milner.
No, don't start on Jordan Henderson. Jordan Henderson's a good player. But
yeah, he's a good player. I'm not saying he's not. I'm just saying he's not Messi. He's not
James Milner and Mamadou Sakho. I like Sakho a lot.
Sakho's good.
Sakho's a good player, but like you shouldn't be paying. We've gone on off a bit thing here, but bringing back to Villa. It's shambles, and it's a lot. Like
there's not much you can say about it.
Yeah, but it's like so just 220 million quid next year. Why not spend 50-60 million quid now to try and stay up?
Mm-hmm.
Why not? Jordan Rhodes would have been an obvious buy for me.
Yeah,
because if he's probably going to score goals in the Premier League, and even if you get relegated, he's proven he can score goals in the Championship. So that's planning for next year and trying to stay up this year.
Yeah,
Yeah.
But it's like Newcastle. Newcastle spent a bit of money in the thing.
I mean, all those players are leaving.
So you can't deny them that they're trying to stay up.
Yeah.
You can't turn around to the chairman and say, "Oh, but you didn't
You didn't put your hand in your pocket.
Yeah, but I done nothing but put my hand in my pocket. But you wasn't. You hired Steve Connors. You kind of shit yourself.
But it's weird that they didn't buy anyone in January. Because like I could get maybe
they had to regret that now.
People in mid-table you could get not buying anyone because teams would like Liverpool. We could kind of write this season off as it's Klopp's first year, so it's pretty much a salvage job for the end of the season. He could go out and win the Europa League, and I think he has the squad to do that anyway. So that's pretty much our main focus after we win the League Cup, because we're going to win the League Cup. But like, if you're bottom of the table, not just like, we happen to, it's been chopping and changing all season, and we happen to have just fallen down to the bottom. You've been bottom since like week 3, and you've gone out and you've been monstrously terrible, and all your players are shit, and that's proven. And all your signings have failed. So let's just keep going and see how it pans out. How it pans out is you get fucking relegated.
Yeah.
But the thing is, this huge thing about Remy Gard and all this potential, and how he's such a good manager. Why bring him in? Like, he's not Jesus Christ. Like, he's not. He can't get that team to stay up. He needs like to be.
I think Mourinho would keep fucking Aston Villa.
Sir Alex Ferguson couldn't keep that team up, and that's seriously saying.
Yeah.
If they were 10th and Sir Alex Ferguson isn't there, they wouldn't stay. Yeah. That's how bad they are.
Somehow they are.
Fuck you, Aston Villa.
The best chance they have to set up is if everyone else around them goes into administration.
Yeah. If they go into their own Aston Villa league.
Exactly, the Aston Villa league.
All they have to do is play the under 21s. They still lose.
That's the bottom of that as well.
Yeah, exactly. They still lose.
But it's the thing that Carragher said. Like, if they were in the Championship now, they'd be towards the bottom.
Yeah.
Because I know from watching the Championship, they'd be.
Yeah.
Because they're not physical.
No.
They can't play. So it's like, what can they do?
There's no bite. There's no fight there.
Yeah.
That there's a fight in Sunderland and there's a fight in Bournemouth and stuff.
I remember seeing a clip weeks ago, and it was like the fans were like talking to Michael Richards after he got taken off or something, and they were like, there's no passion or anything like this, and he's just like, we're trying to play football.
They'll say that all the time. It's like, it's hard, we're trying so hard, it was really bad. And
you look like you're
it's really emotionally affecting me. Do you think it would emotionally affect Michael Richards? Because this is his last chance in the Premier League.
Yeah, but Lescott's like a lifelong Villa fan.
Yeah.
And then you've got Richards who's fighting to prove that he can be a footballer. And then you're like... But those two they're two big physical units in centre back. They should really be keeping a few more clean sheets than they are. Older lads as well, a bit of experience, but
as well.
Yeah, definitely.
But they're not doing that at all. They're doing the complete opposite of that.
Yeah,
they're playing like 2 19-year-olds or something.
Yeah. I mean, they don't give your man. They played a Corey the other day. Kieran Clark pops in every once in a while.
Yeah.
So I don't know. He's going to. He said he's going to start for Ireland.
But he'll be the centre back when we go to the Euros with John O'Shea, and both
two
of them will get
worst defences in the Premier League.
Yeah, I know.
Not a bright future for Villa.
No, definitely.
Fucking wrong.
Right, well, I'm done. Fuck you, Villa. I feel sorry for the fans.
The best thing that can happen to them is to get relegated, so they can get rid of all of that shit, like Newcastle did that time.
Yeah.
And
although
us to an extent,
they got rid of all that shit in Newcastle. The centre back pairing that started for them, Colaccini is just. I hate Colaccini has been shit for years, and he comes out every other year and goes, I want more money, or I'm going to go back to Argentina. And Newcastle are like, oh no, what's he going to do? Everyone else would be like, good, go back to Argentina, fuck off, you're shit. Well, I mean, they bought in your man Mbemba, Mbemba, or whatever his name is.
Mamba Bajamba.
The Mamba Bajamba of centre backs. I think he's injured or something. Maybe
he's got hair like Colaccini.
Okay, I'll get a cut coil. I've got hair like David Luiz. Let's keep it like that. and I don't like Colaccini, and I know I'm going back onto Newcastle, and I'll just stop. But Colaccini, go fuck yourself and leave.
Yeah, we really ranted about Newcastle today.
And you ranted about everyone. Let's keep ranting. I like this. All right, final match of the weekend was the second.
Fuck you, Aston Villa. That's all we're trying to say here.
Yeah, run a club properly. You're the worst run club in the Premier League, and you deserve to be relegated. There's no doubt about that. You absolutely deserve.
Just leave football.
Okay, so let's move on to a good topic, which is Spurs. I really like Spurs. I've always liked Spurs, apart from the fact they stole all of our
I'd love to see them win the league.
There's two teams I'd like to see them win over them, but if City won the league, I'd be really disappointed.
Yeah, but Spurs were that team, weren't they? That sort of bought whatever was available.
Yeah.
I can't remember what you said. I think it was, what was it? We were talking about Wijnaldum or something earlier on. He's like, oh, well, he might have went to Spurs. That sort of player, the sort of the £50 million player would always go to Spurs.
Yeah.
But they've got knocked that off.